Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for March. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, so stick around for that. But let's get into it. What is going on with Gemini for the month of March, please and thank you. Okay, so this is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge for March. Your conscious energy, unconscious energy, your past, your future, attitude towards the situation, energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. Okay, so quick overview before we get into the clarifications. For your energy for the month of March, Gemini, you get the Magician, so manifesting, creating your own reality, a new version of yourself, a whole lot of willpower and determination for whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. For what's crossing you or your challenge, you do get the Four of Swords. So there is some healing that needs to be done, I feel like, before you can truly manifest from a good place. Some time that you really need to take to yourself to reflect and kind of revitalize yourself and kind of bring back like a renewal of faith within life in general. For your conscious energy, you get to the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're trying to gain some mental clarity in your life, trying to realize some truth that maybe you've kind of been hiding from yourself. Maybe this has to do with whatever needs to be healed, but I feel like this is something that you are aware needs to be done before you can start manifesting whatever it is that you do want for yourself for March. For your unconscious energy, you get to the King of Wands. So again, a whole lot of passion. Again, I don't know why I said again, but a whole lot of passion, and I feel like you're unconsciously realizing that you are the leader of your own life. Like the things that you need to do, nobody else is going to do for you, and you're trying to view things and like a bigger picture of like what you want your life to look like. For your past, you get the Chariot. So this was another time in your life where you were like very determined, very driven, very ambitious, and you kind of had to rein in like two different parts of yourself to go into one certain direction that you thought you really wanted, but we'll clarify and see what that was about. For your future energy, you get to the Nine of Cups, so that is wishes coming true, a whole lot of emotional fulfillment, emotional stability, so that's great energy. For your attitude towards the situation, you do get the Lover's card. So not sure if this manifesting that you're trying to do is in regards to a relationship that you have with somebody. I don't know if there's some healing that needs to be done within that relationship before you can kind of move on and move forward with this person. If it's not a relationship, it could have to do with kind of like a partnership between you and this person, like a business partnership, or like an equal give and take between maybe you and a friend or family member. For the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, you get the Page of Swords. So being very curious and pondering a lot of different situations. I feel like there's just an air of curiosity around you, of wanting to learn more about something, possibly somebody wanting to learn more about you and what you're dealing with. But we'll clarify and see what that's about. For your hopes and fears, you do get the Eight of Swords. So, of course, there's a fear that you are being trapped or feeling trapped. Not feeling trapped, but thinking that you're trapped. Like there's no way out of the situation. I feel like the way that it's in your hopes is because if you're trapped or you think that you're trapped, then your situation is out of your control, and the outcome has nothing to do with you and everything to do with your environment. So you can blame your outside environment instead of kind of taking some accountability on your end. So I feel like maybe that's why it's in your hopes as well. For the possible outcome of the situation, you get the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you are, I feel like you are kind of getting a little bit more in touch with your emotions, being a little bit more creative. This could also have to deal with being a little too idealistic, daydreaming a lot about what you want to manifest instead of actually taking action towards, progressing towards that manifestation. Because, like, manifestation isn't only thinking about what you want and, like, saying it over and over again in your head and, like, thinking about it. You also have to show the universe that you are taking actions towards that in order for the universe to provide it for you, if that makes sense. But let's get into the clarifications. Let's start off with the Magician for your energy for March. I'm not going to take that because that was my fault. Alrighty, let's start off with the Magician for your energy for March. Gemini. Okay. For the Magician, you get the Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands. Okay. So I feel like you are kind of manifesting a love situation, committing yourself to somebody, or at least planning on committing yourself to somebody. If, like, that's what you want this commitment with this person, this higher level of commitment. You have a lot of love for this person, and I feel like you're planning on making this commitment. The Two of Wands also has to do with, like, planning on taking the next step towards something, leaving comfort. But again, it's all planning. The Three of Wands is when the action really starts happening. So you're missing a step between the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands here. And I feel like that's the Three of Wands is what you're really trying to manifest, because you've got a lot of love for this person. If it's not for a person, if it's for some sort of creative venture that you are trying to go for, it's like the similar thing. Take it as it resonates. You're missing a step there. But let's clarify the Four of Wands, the Four of Swords for what's crossing you or your challenge. Okay. For the Four of Wands, you get the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to be done within your emotions, deep within you. Almost like I want to say like a child, your inner child that needs to be healed, that you need to give grace and compassion to. With the Nine of Pentacles here as well, I don't know if there's some sort of financial instability that you kind of need to work out in order for this manifestation to truly come to fruition, to really work that out. There's also a feeling of being able to provide for yourself, not only financially but emotionally as well, to be an emotional support system for yourself, to not beat yourself up, to not rely on others for emotional support, to be there for yourself and have that kind of independent energy as well. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Okay. For the Ace of Swords, you get the Justice card, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords. Interesting. Justice card could represent a Libra. Yeah, I feel like you're just trying to come to this. You're trying to gain some clarity, find out some truth of what is going on, maybe specifically in your relationship life, but I feel like you're analyzing and thinking logically about what is coming to an end for you in the month of March, what you need to let go of, even though it does hurt, whether that be a person or several people or, situations in your life that you need to let go of, in order to restore balance in your life. There's some truth that you need to realize, and not only realize, but actually accept. Let's clarify the King of Wands for your unconscious energy. For the King of Wands, you get the Death card, the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah. So, unconsciously, you know there are some changes. There are maybe a lot of changes that you need to make within yourself in order to find that emotional stability, again, within yourself instead of outside of yourself. Because realizing in the bigger picture of things that in this life, the only person who is with you from beginning to end is yourself. And kind of being conscious again of that, the impermanence of things, the being conscious that you're not going to live forever. So being able to make the changes that you need to make now will improve your life in the future. And being able to create the life that you truly want for yourself while you are still here. Let's clarify the Chariot for your past. For the Chariot, you get the Lovers, the Three of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Interesting. There's that Three of Wands that you're missing in your current situation. So, interesting. I don't know if this was you in the past. I felt like you were determined and driven to kind of get over some sort of love situation, to kind of grow and expand outside of that, but at the same time feeling trapped within it. I don't know if it's the same kind of situation that I'm feeling from this, of you fearing of being trapped within the situation, but kind of hopeful or grateful that you are feeling trapped because it's outside of your control, which is interesting. But I feel like you did end up trying to grow and expand from this relationship or this person or whatever this situation was. But there was kind of some sort of mental block that stopped you from doing that. Like, you were really determined and driven, and then you hit like a roadblock, and you told yourself, you started thinking, I can't do this, I'm stuck within this, and then that kind of prevented you from moving forward. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups for your future energy here, Gemini. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Moon, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So there's that healing that needs to be done in order to find that emotional fulfillment, and it's a healing that you've kind of hidden from yourself, a pain that you've hidden from yourself for, I feel like, a long time. But your intuition knows, and you know that it needs to be done, but you've hidden away from it for so long that I feel like you've convinced yourself it's not there. But I feel like once you've done this healing and once you are able to kind of find this emotional fulfillment within yourself, it feels like a new beginning for you, where you actually are able to manifest from a place of a healed person, of like a healthy person, of a healthy mindset, a healthy emotional state as well. Let's clarify the Lovers for your attitude towards the situation here, Gemini. For the Lovers, you get the Hanged Man, the Five of Swords, the Chariot. There's a Chariot again with the Lovers. Okay. I feel like this is probably the same person. again, because I feel like you hit that roadblock, you're not able to move past them for some reason. You're stuck in this procrastination of waiting for the relationship to become what you want it to be. I move my hands a lot. I've realized that watching these videos. But there's a conflict within the relationship, and then it also causes a lot of conflict within you as well. Because it feels like you can't move forward until you figure out what is going on within this relationship. Let's clarify the Page of Swords for the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of. Okay. For the Page of Swords, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. Okay. I don't know if this is this person that you're dealing with kind of toying with the idea and like sparking your curiosity and their curiosity about the life that you guys can create together, how successful the relationship can be. There's a little bit of deceitfulness within that as well, because I don't know if they're just kind of like filling your head up with a bunch of like malarkey. But there's some sort of deceit there as well. If this isn't about the relationship, this could just be about you thinking about the life that you want to create and imagining it, thinking about it, how successful you're going to be without actually taking action towards it. So you're thinking, you're kind of embodying that energy of success and, you know, wealth and prosperity without actually having achieved it yet or even taking any steps towards achieving it. So you're kind of tricking yourself into thinking that you are making moves when you're not actually making moves quite yet. But you're thinking about it. That's good. Let's clarify the 8 of Swords for hopes and fears. For the 8 of Swords, you get the 7 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Judgment card. Okay. I feel like you're hopeful that you are feeling trapped within the situation because that means you don't have to evaluate and look at other options. Because evaluating and looking at other options feels like a lot for you. And having to be able to choose that right option and not make a wrong decision stresses you out, and realizing that all of your actions have consequences. So if you choose the wrong option, that will lead to wrong consequences down the line. But if you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have any options, then you kind of, again, don't feel like you have to take any accountability for it. Which is interesting. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups for the possible outcome for you, Gemini. For the Knight of Cups, you get the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. Huh. It's interesting because it's like you're working on something and then it comes to an end. Then you kind of have to reevaluate. But I feel like you are becoming a little bit. I feel like you're like in your head, you're daydreaming, you're working on something that you think is great, and then it comes to an end, and then you kind of shift gears and you become a little bit more practical about the situation. You become a little bit more responsible and tactful, and you start taking a very slow and steady approach towards progress, towards what it is that you actually want to manifest. It feels like you're taking very slow steps towards it, but once something comes to an end for you, you are able to kind of, I feel like, ground yourself and become a little bit more responsible and tactful in your approach towards it, and actually make that slow and steady small steps towards whatever it is that you truly want for yourself. Let's get a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, Gemini. What do the fairies need Gemini to know for March? Please and thank you. Hidden depths. Depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. I'm going to read a little bit from here for you. Sometimes it's easier to be in denial than to face a challenge, so we act as though something never happened and pretend everything is fine. However, releasing the things that have been hidden from view can be very liberating and help us to move forward with our lives. The Fairy of Water comes to hold your hand gently and guide you during this releasing experience. One of the reasons things stay hidden is that they can contain painful memories. This is totally understandable, and if there's been a major trauma in your life, it's important to seek professional help. Remember, you don't have to do this all alone. All you need to do is take the first brave step towards wanting to be free from your past. Once you've done this, there are people who can help you to walk gently through the experience and teach you how to release it with love. Another meaning of this card may be that someone you know is keeping a secret from you. Secrets are fine, but not when they hurt another being. It's time to be honest with yourself and ask that others do the same for you, but be gentle with everyone concerned, including yourself, during this process. Interesting. Well, that is all I have for you, Gemini, for the month of March. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.